time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace and former Ottawa Senator Jason York.
Hello, everybody. Just like the Sens, we are working overtime. Brent Wallace alongside Graeme Nichols and Jason York. This show brought to you by Bet365. Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's a late one today. It's our latest show we've ever done, I think, in the history of the pod, all because of Jason York. Oh, I told Nick Cousins today that he was expecting to go for ice cream with you, or you were expecting to go with him for ice cream again. I said, what was the flavor? And he's like, I was doing it for my daughter. So
yeah.
I don't know I said, well, I thought you were like a Rocky Road kind of guy.
Rocky Road, eh? What are you, Wally? What's your go-to?
What are you?
You're like a salted. You're a salted caramel. You're salted.
What do we think Brent's ice cream of choice is?
I'm going salted caramel. Graeme?
That's too easy. Yeah, I would say the same. Salted caramel for sure. 100%.
Or else just a bland vanilla. Give me a vanilla cone.
Vanilla?
Just give me a vanilla cone and make it quick.
I could see.
I don't know whether to like admit it or like. I like a good like butter pecan, maple walnut,
pistachio.
Pecan.
I could see you being a pistachio guy.
No, but I don't like salted caramel. I can tell you that.
Salted caramel is pretty good. I actually like it. I used to always be peanut butter chocolate, or I like that, but now I'm a world-class chocolate. You only get that at Baskin Robbins. Very good. Graeme, how about you? What say you?
So we go to the Carp Creamery. My kids love this like Cookie Monster. I'm not a huge ice cream guy. Although it's like, that's the worst part. It's in fire halls like crazy. Like you open up the freezer at the fire hall and there's like, there'll be like 6 jugs of ice cream in there. So it's always present. But the funny thing about the fire stations and ice cream, you'll never see anyone eat it out of a bowl. It's always out of a coffee mug. So you're always walking around with a coffee mug.
If I'm going Carp Creamery, which I used to be a member of the Ice Cream of the Month Club, the Vanilla Scoria, I got that for my birthday a few years ago. Ice Cream of the Month Club, Vanilla Scoria, very good from the Carp Creamery.
Yeah, that's very good too.
There's a lot of people. Alfie's walnut. Maple walnut is some good stuff. Thank you,
walnut.
That a boy.
That's an old man's ice cream.
Yeah, it is. Even my wife makes fun of me. Well, but it's easy. I'm easy.
Yeah. They used to have a great gelato place around here, Stella Luna, but they moved. You can only go on Bank Street now. Great place for gelato. They make real good gelato. Make a good salted caramel, Wally.
Justin thinks that Graeme looks like a Rocky Road type of guy.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't discriminate. I'll eat ice cream if it's available. Not cherry though. Cherry's like the cherry ice cream. Like that's just like,
yeah.
No, like just no.
What about
is old man ice cream?
Neapolitan? Is that
that's just like
Neapolitan.
That's something you give your kids.
You're gonna have your porridge in the morning, and you know what? At night I'm gonna have some Neapolitan ice cream.
Yeah, put a little chocolate sauce on that. All right, we got stuff to discuss today. Lots going on. The Sens are still in it. We're still alive, like the Bee Gees.
Not like there's a game going on tomorrow or anything. Like, let's talk about ice cream for 5 minutes.
Oh, wait. Jack Lucas, Tiger Tail. Tiger Tail was good. I don't know if
Tiger Tail was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very good.
That was a good one. Okay. Yes, the Sens are still in it. It's game day tomorrow. 2 off days makes things slow. I don't like it when it's 2 off days. Way too much to talk about. We still have to talk about game 4. So let's get to some stuff. We do have some stuff from practice today. I believe the target of vicious attacks by the Senator players. We'll get to that. This show fueled by Gabriel Pizza, the official pizza of the Ottawa Senators and of Coming In Hot. Download the Gabriel Pizza app to earn points with every order and unlock exclusive deals through the Gabriel Pizza perks. Craving a slice after a big win? Don't forget, when the Sens score 4, you can score 40% off any 9-inch pizza the next day using the Gabriel Pizza app. Order now through the Gabriel Pizza app or online. And don't forget, all throughout the playoffs, they have got specials going on. Every Senators game day, 9-inch pizza, $7.77 for Brady. There's the playoff pack. There's all kinds. Just check them out at GabrielPizza.com. You will see all kinds of deals going on. Gabriel Pizza, bigger, better, Gabriel. Yorkie, can you do Merkley for me?
I could. Merkley Supply. Don't have it in front of me, but that's okay. Merkley Supply for 125 years. They've been serving the Ottawa area. They did a great job. They actually did the stone for my house, Wally, and it is fantastic. They're located in Hittenberg. They've got a fantastic showroom. So if you're looking to do some stone, anything like that, go down there, check them out. Fantastic people.
Hindenburg is their showroom. Merkley Supply online. Merkley Supply. Oh, I forget the tagline, Yorkie.
Oh, it's a great tagline too, Wally. It's a great tagline. Merkley Supply, the stone specialists.
Isn't it Mark?
Mark every milestone, boys. Come on.
Mark, yeah, all I can tell you is they treat you like gold there. Everything was on time, because a lot of time when you build a house like this, your supplies don't show up. They were early. I'll recommend these guys all day long. Great dealing with Merkley. You don't need more of an endorsement than that.
And no, Jenny, it's not Meek Me at Merkley Supplies. Well
done.
Yeah, good
Graeme?
people there.
Charm Diamond Centers is proudly Canadian owned and operated since 1972 with more than 85 locations across the country through Charm and their sister brands. Get custom ring building delivered in less than 4 weeks with the Charm Masterpiece program with an unbeatable pricing policy. Check out a large selection of Canadian lab-grown diamonds, mine diamonds. Don't pay until 2026. Apply for a Charm Diamond Flexi card today and get approved for no-interest financing on your purchase in minutes. For more information, go to charmdiamondcenters.com. Chosen forever, Charm Diamond Centers.
I like that. You go at it with more of an upbeat kind of soft rock, where Wally is more like low kind of choir song kind of. No, I think I like Graham's edition a little bit better.
You know, we're gonna have to do more shows later in the day.
Yeah, you guys could be you two. I'm not a good singer, but I could see Wally and Graeme being part of a barbershop quartet.
This is where we bring back the choir picture.
No,
like the old Simpsons episode with the B sharps.
Yeah.
By the way, Tiger Tail getting lots of comments in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we heard from Nick Cousins for the first time since the warm-up incident. We always stick gate at the end of every incident from now on. Yeah. But interesting to me, he very much, I don't know whether he was told to downplay it or decided, but here, listen to his answers when he says basically absolutely nothing.
The sensitivity of the questions, but I'm curious if you've noticed like other warm-ups and going well.
I haven't got a chance to watch too much of the playoff games, but I think there was something last night or something that I saw online, with Montreal or whatever. So league obviously doesn't like it. Well aware of that, so just try and play between the whistles, like I said, and then just focus on helping the team.
Were you surprised, though, that there was any incident whatsoever or issue?
From the fine?
Yeah.
Was I surprised?
Yeah.
It's a trick question, is it not? No, I just, maybe a little bit, yeah. I guess I'll just say this. I played with Stoli numerous times in my career, and probably talked to him once a week, so... I haven't talked to him since the start of the series. Obviously, we'll save that for after, but he's playing really well for him right now. So he's playing the best hockey of his career, and happy for him.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like I said the other day, that's two guys that are friends, and somebody skating around and just going, "Hey, what's going on?" Flipping a puck at him. It's not trying to get a guy off his game. It's totally overreaction from the NHL, ridiculous compared to some of the stuff you're seeing in the other series that aren't getting the attention and the fines. Like I didn't think it was necessary to slap a guy down, because the money does come out of his pocket. Like it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I thought it was too much. Like,
Yeah.
hey, there was another series. What was it? They got a stern warning.
Wasn't that Montreal?
Yeah. Like, how about
Right? That's
do a
why I
little
said
stern
to him.
warning? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Anyway.
Ridiculous. Like, have some common sense. Have some
Did he?
like have some common sense in each other. These two guys play together. It's not like he fired a
Yorkie-
puck at him. It's not like he was doing something.
I think
it's no bearing on the thing. I'm pissed off because it's no bearing on the series, or there's no mental games going on. It's like guy lost some money. Like, it's stupid.
But I think the Leafs complained just to complain. Like, I don't think Anthony Stolar's complained.
Of course he didn't.
Well, he didn't even know, right? Those were his comments from the other night. Like, he didn't even realize he was doing it. Like,
I don't believe anything they say particularly.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Anthony Stolar's made the complaint. I'm hearing Xhekaj and McElrath were fined by the league. I haven't seen it,
but not Anderson and Wilson, who were actually in the benches. Like,
they got $5,000 fines.
oh, did they? I didn't even.
The benches?
Yeah, I didn't even see that. Okay.
Yeah. Like that was nuts what was going on in Montreal.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's exciting, but that linesman could have been seriously hurt.
Yes.
Like, you got to remember, he doesn't have a lot of like that guy could have like there's skate going on. Like, he did a great job. It's not like those are two small human beings. Jackeyes
Wilson.
Tom Wilson's like 230 and like combined weight almost with hockey equipment, 500 pounds. You're trying to wrestle there.
It was what I'm shocked. Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, but the series itself, Yorkie,
it's been phenomenal. I agree. How good's that Demidov kid there? That little Russian. He's 19 years old. Am I butchering his name, by the way? Is it Demidov? Yeah.
No, I'd be shocked if you got it right, but I think you did get it right. Yes.
He's pretty good. I still think though, like everyone's, and I'm happy for Montreal. Like I like good hockey. I like good players. I don't know about the future though, because unless the league changes how the playoffs are conducted physically, it's tough to win cups when you're built around small guys. It really is. It's tough. We'll see. Time will tell. They're very, very talented, but they're very small.
It changes every year though. Like Josh Anderson, Slafkovsky, they're pretty good size.
But they were not going to be around. They're not going to be around when that. Well, Slafkovsky will be.
Yeah,
but Anderson won't be when it's time, when that team's ready to take a shot.
Right, but I'm not. I'm not
think.
worried. Anyway, we're off topic, but I'm not worried about Nick Suzuki too much. I don't think. I think he's.
Oh, he's thick. He's that guy's going to be on the Olympic. He's going to be on the Olympic team. By the way.
Yeah.
He's a great player. Like, he is that guy is a 200-foot hockey. I've always liked Suzuki's game, going back to when he was in the OHL. He's in that big series against the Ottawa 67s, and he single-handedly beat the 67s. That guy's just clutch. Yeah. Clutch.
All right, let's get to game 4, although it feels like a lifetime ago. There was some nervous energy before the game, I will say, from a lot of fans going, please don't let this be the last game. And they pulled it out. The play by Jake Sanderson, I don't know, gets enough attention, the overtime winner.
No dust.
I feel like there needs to be a T-shirt made for you of no dust.
Yeah, I was.
You said exactly that. Like, stop waiting and just shoot pucks.
Game one. And if you look at that goal, I threw it a Yorkie vids for it. Sanderson, there's a tiny bit of particles of dust on that because he had to keep it in and readjust his hands before shooting. But he's so quick. Keeping that puck in to begin with was a great play, and then just getting it to the net. And Zetterlund having the wherewithal to get there right away and provide some traffic. But just great play by number one. I noted this when I made the video. Batherson took a 4-minute penalty that they could have lost the game. So Graeme, you think you'd be rattled from taking that, right? And then the other overtime, you had the flyby, the turnover. He starts that whole sequence with a backhand sauce through the middle to basically free up Kleven for a lane to get the blue line. So great pass by Batherson, and Kleven, who Graeme, I gave you some love there the other night on X. You're all over it. He's been fantastic. Like he has elevated his game. Tyler Kleven, he gets it in. Great little backhand, stays with it. I don't know why both those guys didn't get assists. They should have. Even though
it's because Riley pushed it. Like Riley had possession of the puck for like a split second, and then
I know
shoved it. I know what you're saying though. Yeah,
yeah. But I thought both. Anyhow, three great plays, and then no dust, which is get it to the net. Don't let those Leafs get a chance to stack the box like they've been doing. And Ottawa, to a man, have been doing a better job of that. Even Zub faking it, putting it to the side for the great play on that goal. And there's another guy too, Zub, that redeemed himself in that game. Tough play with the breakaway, but just it's good. You're seeing a lot of guys learn on the job here. Persevere. You make a mistake, and that's the sign of a good player. How do you react after you make a mistake? Do you go into a shell and the rest of the game you can't play, or do you rise and do something about it? And a lot of these guys on the Sens, they're rising and doing something about it.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy for Kleven. Like that's a moment where it's like I thought he had a really strong game to begin with, and then for that moment to occur at the end, just kind of shines a light on his performance, and I think he deserves it. Although he deflects so much attention away from himself in scrums and everything else. Like he's very like team focused. It's about the team. He's your typical nice guy. Just always deflecting.
But the thing about Tyler Kleven and Yorkie, you're more than aware of this, is reputations get made in the playoffs. That's what Tyler Kleven is a full-fledged playoff performer to me. This is
interesting enough because we had the big debate on who was going to ring the bell. We thought it would be Nealer. They brought out Philly. Philly's shoulders were a little stiff with the bell, by the way. I thought he was going to maybe get a little Hulk Hogan thing going, maybe a couple flexes. Philly's a reserve. He's a reserve guy. He's a great
Couldn't
guy.
Get the big rig fired up.
Oh, no. It takes – he was good. But then Philly's had some moments in the playoffs, right? Scored some big goals. He's a big guy, big defenseman. Just kind of coincidence. Philly rings the bell. Kleven makes the play. It's like he's kind of got a little big rig in him, like big guy.
Yeah.
Reserve.
That reverse hit was impressive.
Oh, reverse hit was huge. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. But
I'm so impressed with his poise with the puck, though. Like he's not.
Me too.
Like he's totally different than Matt and Palo. Like when Matt and Palo gets the puck, it's gone. Like he doesn't. He's not holding on to it for very long, and then Kleven's just making the extra. He realizes he has more time than you would anticipate, and he's just making smart decisions with the puck, and he's put it in great areas. And to see him jump up and lead that rush, and that backhander he had on Stolarz was actually pretty sneaky as well.
It was. People have no idea unless you're lucky enough to sometimes sit down low how quickly the play goes, and when you get the puck as a defenseman, how quick your instincts. And usually you take your first look, because if you don't take your first look, your first pass, the guys are so good at angling you and putting you into a bad position, you're going to turn it over. That's why Matt and Powell, he says he sees it, he moves it. But Graeme, to your point, it takes a lot of poise and a lot of confidence to fake, change your angle, do a spin, do an escape move. And Kleven's doing some of those things. Like Sanderson does them all the time. Mm-hmm. But Kleven now is putting that in his toolbox, which is really impressive. Like you buy a little extra time because he's whatever he is, 6'4". Like he's using that reach. And I agree. For a big man, he's got good edges and he's a very good skater.
Yeah. So is he just a short period away from a top 4 spot?
There's going to be some decisions that are going to have to be made in the future, but a lot of teams will, like if you got 5 guys you can really trust, then you've got a really good team. So everyone's like, is he going to be in the top 4? Is he going to be in the top 4? A lot of teams will lean heavily on 5 guys. And to me, it's not you're going to get rid of somebody. It just gives you more depth. Like everyone's saying, oh, Shabbat's going to be gone. Well, hold on here. Like just let things play out. And I thought Shabbat had his best game of the series. I thought he was really good last game. And so was Jensen, had a nice bounce back game. He's been banged up. He's been hurt. I thought those two played really well, moved the puck well, lots of poise, composure. A lot of guys stood out in that game.
Yeah. To your point, Yorkie, it's like, why have two good pairings when you can have three, right? Like, I think if you go ahead next offseason, you get a really good right-handed defenseman, a right shot defenseman. You plug him in on the second pairing with Chabot, you slide Jensen down. All of a sudden, you've got three really good pairings. I don't think Kleven's at a point in his career where he's going to make a lot of money yet, so they can afford to be patient with him. They don't have to They don't have to earmark him for top four responsibilities. But I think what you might see is him taking on like larger roles on the PK. And yeah, we've seen him have like garbage time power play time as well, and he's got a cannon back there, so maybe that's something you see in the future as well, but no need to rush that decision.
I'd be interested to see how. I didn't see the skills competition this year, but I think he's got the heaviest shot of the skilled of the D-men back there. When you just watch how it comes off his stick, it kind of flies off his stick pretty good, and he's good at getting that little snapper through too. And the play I really like that not a lot of guys do enough of is when the puck comes low to high to the defenseman. Kleven will sometimes just rip a one-timer, which I love. I wish guys would do that more often instead of getting it, dusting it off, walking, letting the slot blockers get down there. No, just freaking one-time it. Let her rip. Like, that's what I like about Kleven. He'll let a few rip there, and he'll do it quickly.
So here's the weird thing about that Sanderson OT marker. I believe that was the first 5-on-5 goal that Sanderson's been on the ice for in Ottawa's favor. And Kleven, I think the Kleven, Matt, and Paolo pairing has been on for four goals for it. But like Chabot and Jensen, and then Sanderson and Zub just haven't been on the ice together for a goal at 5-on-5.
Playoff.
Really?
Playoffs, yes. Speaking playoffs, yeah.
A goal 4.
Yeah, goal 4.
Interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting.
I asked him about that today. He's like, it's an anomaly. Don't worry about it. Don't read. He's like, I don't pay attention to the numbers anyways.
Fair enough. I would like to know, because Travis Green mentioned it about how he gave tough love to Tyler Kleven at the beginning of the year or throughout the year, but especially at the beginning, how he was on him, of just what exactly that was said for Tyler Kleven. Because some players can't handle it, right? Some players will just wilt under it, and other players will accept it and thrive with it. I'd be curious of what he actually said.
And he also said that he mentioned something else that was interesting too about that. He said he treated Shabby differently than he would treat Kleven. So it was like, in most rooms, it's like, whether it's a star or, a fourth liner, do you treat them all the same? Like that's kind of like the psychological.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Like, I can't remember the last time a coach actually said we treat them all the same. I've heard, but nothing but player or coaches saying you can't treat everybody the same because everybody doesn't work the same way. You have to figure out what makes them work. So I wouldn't treat Shabby the same way as Tyler Kleven.
A lot of coaches will say that, but they don't do that. But being in dressing rooms, you can't treat every guy the same. You'll lose some guys if you're really hard on them. Some guys will just lose their confidence, believe it or not, even guys at the pro level. And some guys you got to get on because they play better. I call it tough love. They need the tough love. It's like they need somebody kind of on them. It's just that's the key to a good coach. Well, it's one of the keys is figuring out what makes your players tick. What can you do to get your best performance out of this guy? So for Kleven, I would say because he's a rookie, it's like just harping on fundamentals of little things of getting up, gapping up, or closing on guys, just the little things, probably a lot of things defensively. Because I just remember when I was a young defenseman in the league, like when I was on Detroit, Barry Smith was all over me, and they're on you to try and get your habits to where they need to be an NHL defenseman, because you think you kind of have it figured out until you get there, and you're like, you got a lot of things to work on. And then I'm sure that's like with Greener, like it worked. Like look at how the kids played, and look at to where he is now. And there comes a point too when you got to give guys on a pat in the back too. It can't be tough love all the time, because then you end up losing the player.
Absolutely. And I think I heard early on Mark Crawford was really hard on Shabbat at the beginning of his career.
Yeah.
And it didn't work the same for Shabby. Like I think it was really hard on him early on.
And guys in the NHL, they know when they screw up. Like you don't have to come tell them.
Right.
Like you know when you make a bad play. Like Drake, he knew he took a bad penalty there. Just look at his face.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I was watching that part at home. Even my wife Fuller, I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for him. Look at his face. And I'm like, yeah, hopefully they killed off.
I want to go back to the D for a sec for you, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think in game 4 we saw, like you have brought up several times, at least sitting next to me, about way too far back, the Sens D, especially at the blue lines of trying to keep pucks in. We see it from Toronto. They're always trying to pinch and hold pucks on the line. Do you think Ottawa is starting to try and move up a little bit? Is that a foot speed thing?
No, it's because Toronto always stretches a guy. And they've been burned a couple times with breakaways. With breakaways they've given up, and they try and get both. What it's called stretching the zone. So you send it's called a slasher. You send your slasher out there because you want to get those D off the line. But it's just you only need one D back, and it's just communicating, making sure you have your one guy back, so you have the slasher covered, and then you keep that one guy in. It's just. Toronto does that extremely well, and they look for that guy too. Like they've hit him a few times, and they've been lucky. Like the one play when Matthews, it was just bang bang. But it all depends on who you're playing against too. Like you learn how to read this as a defenseman. Like if I'm on the blue line and I see Benoit with the puck or one of those guys, I know he's probably going to try and come up the boards. So I'm going to stay in there a little longer. Versus, let's say I'm playing against Sanderson. I'm on the other team. I'm like, okay, I know this guy has the ability to shake a forward. So I'll probably back off a little bit because I know Sanderson most times is going to have a clean breakout. And that's when your experience comes into play as a defenseman. You have a mental playbook and mental notebook on every guy you play against. So you'll learn tendencies. Same with guys that take draws against guys all the time. It's just, that's why experience is so important in the NHL. Because guys that have experience have a mental notebook about every player in the league, and they use it to their advantage.
All right. Going into game 5, how do we feel? And I'm shocked that Yorkie or Graeme, you haven't brought up if we go back for game 6.
I know what happens. Someone's going to be a little lighter in the pocket, Graeme. Because if we go back for game 6, we're going.
You mean game
back...
7? You mean game 7?
No. Game 6. We go back to the Oak, and Wally has promised to buy the entire bar a round of beverages.
Okay, just so we're clear, I'm only buying the beer, and I didn't promise, but I will. Only buying beers for the people that come to see the show. If you're sitting on the other side,
did you keep
their
Did you keep their ballots? Did you keep their ballots so you can identify these people?
That's right. You have to have a ballot in order to get a free beer.
We need your voter ID card here. We need a valid driver's license.
But yes, if there's a game 6, everybody join us at the Oak. At least I think I'm allowed to buy everybody a beer.
Yeah, come out. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. All right, so let's just take care of this. I want to get to some other stuff. We will say we have a show tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We will get to more game 5 preview, which includes Linus Ullmark's game. But for now, I want to just take care of some stuff. One, get ready, Canada. Shoeless Joe's is getting ready for you. The playoff season is here, and at Shoeless Joe's Sports Grill in Kempville and Orleans, they're coming in hot. They're serving up fresh made-to-order dishes every day, and for a limited time, you can dive into the True North playoff menu, packed with bold flavors and fan favorites. But wait, the best part, head to Shoeless Joe's and you could win a trip to the finals. Whether it's a night out, a family dinner, or game day with friends, Shoeless Joe Sports Grill has your home for great food, big moments, and unbeatable vibes. Shoeless Joe Sports Grill, proudly Canadian, always legendary. Don't forget they're in Kempville and in Orleans. Yorkie?
Yes, and also from our good friends at BEI, helping to shape the Ottawa Valley. Hit them up for some equipment rentals, aggregate, topsoil, custom crushing and screening, hot mix paving. They can do it all with spring It's here now, fellas. 24 degrees. So time to give BEI a call for all your aggregate needs. You can reach them on the web at bonisherexcavating.com or give them a call at 613-432-1120.
This episode is also brought to you by Club EG, the heartbeat of Ottawa's golf scene. With access to 60 top-tier courses, 10-plus leagues, and epic golf trips around the world, Club EG is doing it all. They're behind major events like the Ottawa Sun Scramble and the Ottawa Citizen Golf Championship. If there's golf happening in this city, odds are Club EG is running it. You don't even need to be a member to register for any of the events, but if you do sign up, you'll unlock exclusive rates and become a part of a golf club that welcomes every kind of player. Visit clubeg.golf and start playing more golf more often this summer.
And our proud presenting sponsor, Bet365. Do you want to get on the action for Stanley Cup playoffs at Bet365? They got you. From game props to player props, totals in the money line. You can even bet on futures like the series winners, conference champions, Stanley Cup champions, and much, much more. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get on the game. An official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Must be 19 or older. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, visit connectsontario.ca. Here are the lines for tonight's games, which is there's only 2 games going on tonight, and then the Sens game for tomorrow. It's going back where the Toronto Maple Leafs are the easy favorites for Game 5. We'll see if that changes by tomorrow when things roll around, but I'm interested to see how that plays out. Tampa and Florida go tonight. Great series. And then, of course, the Colorado-Dallas series is fantastic as well. The playoffs have been, as you always say, Yorkie, round 1 is always the best. Quickly, I just got a note from the Royal Oak. We will have 6 seats for the show on Game 6. So I don't have to buy any more than 6 beers. It'll be 6 seats. Okay.
You may want to get this sponsored, Wally. You might have to get a GoFundMe going.
Yeah. Like
GoFundMe. I have made the mistake of making a terrible judgment because the Senators, as Graeme said, we forgot to mention this. Graeme guaranteed a Game 6 at the Oak. I was there for it. He goes, if they win tonight, we're coming back for 6.
I think I had the Pinto goal. I think I said Pinto. I don't know.
You did. I did say they needed Stützle to get started. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Everyone's
and then your dog, however, picked the Leafs.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah. Don't worry about him.
The dogs will be back tomorrow, by the way.
If he walks over and grabs a treat, that's a win in itself. So yeah, it's so poorly trained. So.
Charlie guaranteed a win, Wally. On the record as a guaranteed win. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay. Let's go back to practice. As I continue to say, this group is extremely loose. They just go about their business. In fact, you'll probably see it out there somewhere. Claude Giroux came into the scrum today, and Claire Hanna went Giroux, as instead of usually it's like Claude or G and so it became very formal. And Claude laughed. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Giroux." It's a whole thing about this group is extremely loose. So here is practice this morning. Although I think Brady might be a little annoyed with me. Jake, where is the B-roll? Okay, so here's Drake. Drake, as usual, just comes by, gives a little look, sticks. Now, here's Adam Gaudette sticking that's through the hole, so I'm shooting in the camera hole. Here's Brady about to kill me. Okay, yeah, thank God. Now here's Brady. Okay, watch Brady's face. He sees me. He completely loses his smile. He's like, and then Zub shot a puck at me. Zub, of all people. I don't even know Zub knows I exist, and he shot a puck at me today.
Alfie just gave you the drive-by too. Nothing from Alfie. It's not even an acknowledgement. He's all business.
No, he's all business.
All business.
Yeah, it was very. And then I will say I missed it. Nick Cousins just slammed his stick on the glass while I was trying to do some editing for Wally Vision. Scared me a little. So, yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
did you see the Brady reaction?
It was good. It was good. And we haven't brought this up, eh? I forgot. Giroux came back from down 3-0 to win a series.
I covered that series.
Yeah.
2010 Philadelphia Flyers. Yep.
Totally forgot about that. Totally forgot. That's a nice thing to have in your room, a guy that's been through it.
So it's come up a few times, and right after I think they got down, and Graeme, you'll remember this as well. Claude brought it up and saying, I've been in that spot. Like, I think he mentioned it to the guys briefly, and this is what's happened, and we can do it or whatever. But I don't believe it has been a big topic of conversation in that room.
But what's he supposed to do? Like make like some grandiose, like any given Sunday speech where it rallies the guys? Like, it's like, yeah, it's been done. We can do it. And it's like, to a player, like they're all focused. They're also like, from the coaches to the players, they're also focused like one period at a time, one game at a time. They're not, it's such an even keel group. Like they know exactly what they have to do. It's just a matter of executing and going out there and doing it. But I'll tell you though, if they win tomorrow night in Toronto, the media shift and the narrative focus on how it shines a spotlight on Toronto is going to be absolutely incredible.
Incredible.
Oh, I will be.
Because
give me unhinged. I want to see unhinged. I want to see nervousness.
Yeah,
I want to see that because
Ottawa hasn't been outplayed. Like the thing about this series is Ottawa was down 3-0, say 3-1. You couldn't go and say, except for game one, that this team is terrible. This team is being outplayed. It was just even hockey, except for a couple overtime shots. Like that's the thing about this series that's interesting to me is that they haven't outplayed the Sens at all.
No, and like even in Toronto, the games 1 and 2, like you had Toronto media coming up to Ottawa guys after the game and saying, "Man, like I'm really impressed with Ottawa. Like they're just the way they're playing, the confidence and everything else that they're playing with at this level, like this early, at this level is just, it's really encouraging for the group."
Allmark. So if Allmark can play to the times this season when he's had moments this year when he's been spectacular. And we were talking about this a couple days ago. First 3 games of the series, he played okay. Like he played pretty good. Like I think the only time you can really say, you know what, didn't play that well, the start of game one, and like, but after that he's been okay. But then last game he was back to okay, Allmark's back. And if he can continue to ride that wave of incredible Allmark play, like who knows? Like this is why you got this guy. He's a Vezina Trophy winner, and he wants to rewrite what he's done in the playoffs thus far. He wants to, get his stats. Obviously, he wants to win first and foremost, but he knows what the narrative is. So I won't count this guy out. Like he's shown the ability this year. When he gets hot, he's almost unbeatable. So having that little wild card is a nice little feather in your cap to have. But yeah, like what else is Drew going to say? Yeah, he's been part of it. But it's a good thing to have. I'll tell you what, I forgot this. I was on a team that came back from 3 Cobb down. It was in the Swiss League, still professional hockey league.
I was about to scurry and find this, and now I'm like, okay,
Swiss League, and we were so dejected after the game we lost, and it was like end of the world. And well, you like this? Yours truly, Jason York, got up and said a speech to my Swiss teammates. We had 3 guys from Finland that were the other imports in Glen Metropolitan. And I forget what I said. It was like I just got up and just said some stuff, and it was good. And the owner came to me after we won that series, and he spoke in very broken English, Italian guy. He's like, "York, we win that series because of your speech." And I'm like, "Well, I'll take it, but not. You know what? If you want to think it was my speech, absolutely. My contract's up. Let's talk this summer."
Did you wear the flaming helmet?
No, you gotta be the top scorer to wear the flaming helmet. But the thing that happened in that series is our goalie went on an absolute heater, this guy Ronnie Ruger. But that's what it for Ottawa to come back and win this series. Allmark has to get on an absolute heater because you've got world-class scorers on that team that are going to get some looks. There's going to be some power plays. There's going to be chances. So if they have any chance, all world Allmark has to play these games, and he could because he's shown he's got that in him.
They also got to win draws. Like I don't know how you guys felt. Like you guys were a little bit down for me during the game, but like Ottawa, when they had control of that game, they were winning the majority of the faceoffs in the first period. And then it's just like Toronto just went on an absolute heater in the dot. And
Yeah.
I think like when I was checking Ottawa's numbers in the first period, it was like Ottawa was winning like 75% of the faceoffs at that point. And then by the end of it, yeah, like Toronto's winning 60% of the draws. So to go from 75% to 42% over the course of a game just shows you how dominant Toronto's been in the dot. But if Ottawa could figure that out and get possession quickly, it's going to make their lives so much easier.
Yeah,
And like it's already so close to 5-on-5 anyways. But if they can do that, like holy, like look out.
If the refs put the whistles away and don't let this series get decided on special teams. I know Ottawa got the shorty last game and they killed off that 4-minute. I still don't like the formation of that penalty kill. Like you're putting a lot of pressure on your goaltender down low. Ullmark had to be unreal, and you needed remarkable plays down low. I just think you're giving Toronto too much time and space to make plays. And I think luckily for Ottawa, Tavares had to leave for that 4-minute power play because he wasn't available, which was, who knows what would have happened if he was there or was he not? Because when those 5 guys are together, and to me, like I've talked about Ullmark, but the other factor besides goaltending and faceoffs, Ottawa's power play has to be better. Like they gotta be better. They gotta make a difference when they get their looks.
Quickly, by the way, if you haven't already subscribed and liked our show, please do if you're just tuning in for the first time. And by the way, if you'd like to win a Smartest Man in Hockey t-shirt, we're going to give one away right now. The Smartest Man in Hockey t-shirt, courtesy of Jason York. Just email the show, cihsends@gmail.com. Tell us who you think is the smartest man in hockey. That's it. That's all I got.
Got to get a new t-shirt. Hashtag no dust. Just put it no dust.
So we got that. That's in the queue, and then we got the Amadio.
We're not getting to it. The Amadio takes.
Hey, Amadio got a shout out today on my little appearance on Hockey Central. I got to get a little Amadio in there every time, just a little bit. Could always use a little more Amadio. Hey, good dude.
I know he is. I'm just wondering if you're his agent.
His agent.
He's the hype man. Yorkie's the hype man.
Well, he doesn't need an agent. I think he's on a, what's he on, a 2 or a 3 year deal?
2 year. Yeah.
A 2 year deal. Yeah. That was a good signing.
I'm just
a very good signing by Steve Stais.
By the way, the line switched back today to, I'll say, the normal way. Tkachuk on the first line, David Perron on the second, and Fabian Zetterlund down on the fourth. I'm still not sold on Fabian Zetterlund. He would not.
Do you think that those changes are like a function of, like, obviously it's going back to the last change in Toronto, so it's done by design, knowing that?
Well, he moved Zetterlund around in Toronto on lines, especially game 2. I just think I think David Perron, who may not have the foot speed that you think he should have, and I don't mean you as in you, Graeme, but I think he's a hell of a player, and I would have him in my top 6 right now, especially the way his work on the boards is.
Yep. David Perron just understands time and space in the offensive zone. Yes. He knows how to extend plays in the offensive zone. He knows how to use his body. One thing I think Zetterlund has to work on is extending plays, and it's shielding pucks. And I said this before. I was talking about he holds pucks out quite a bit further away from his body. So when you're in tight spaces, it's tougher to protect the puck because he's a strong guy and his work ethic and speed, all great. But you can't, again, what I said earlier, you can't disregard David Perron's experience, especially in the playoffs. I thought Batherson was quiet to start that game. I didn't like Zetterlund on that line because he wasn't able to extend the plays in the offensive zone. And that's when Batherson is really dangerous. Him and David Perron have very good chemistry on putting the puck to quiet areas, winning the battle, and extending plays in the O-zone. I just thought Ottawa didn't have enough times in the offensive zone, especially that line, very quiet. And it's not like Zetterlund, they're trying to find a place, but Gaudette's playing some pretty good sneaky hockey right now. Key moments, made a nice play on that goal. So I think Zetterlund helps that line out. Like, it's another guy that can shoot the puck. You got grindy Cousins there. Gaudette's smart, and Zetterlund's going to add some speed and skill there. I love to look at these lines. You're not changing Pinto. David Perron I think makes that line better. And I like the Giroux Tkachuk line. I think this is their best formation. I really do.
I am concerned about Ridley Gregg. Didn't skate today again. He hasn't skated in practices or off days or whatever you want to call it. Only does games. Apparently, like, he can barely walk. And I don't know what the injury is, but
probably blocked a shot, bone bruise or something.
That's been a long time, Yorkie. Like, I think because he didn't skate after game 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Wally, I blocked a shot in men's league like a month ago, and it's not really a league. It's just my Tuesday skate, and I'm still feeling it.
Okay, fair. Okay.
Yeah, something's up with Ridley Gregg. Like, it could be. We could speculate all we want. He's not 100%. Like,
yeah. So my only thing is there seems to be someone on every, and I know it's the playoffs, it's the time of year, and everybody's hurt, but like that's like a key pest, if you will. Same with Brady. There is none of that emotion that I want to see, and I've said it before, that spark from that group that I think I would like to see. Toronto skates away from everything. They won't engage in anything at the moment.
I found Brady in overtime. It looked like he was shot out of a cannon, though. Like he actually like channeled some of that. Like, that's what you were anticipating for him every shift that he goes out there. But in overtime, it looked like he had extra jump, and he was trying to be his physical assertive self, and that was noticeable. So that was one of the things I was looking to see if there was carryover into this game. But
we'll see.
Hopefully he's doing better.
That Brady made a key play with the one clear in front of the net where he just sent, I forget which guy on Toronto it was. Was it Janmark? Basically launched him into air.
Was it Holmberg? Was it Holmberg?
Yeah, it was Holmberg. Just, oh my God. You like, you just saw how strong he was when he just could launch a guy. It's like 200 pounds. Just woo. But you can't like any best of 7 series. Like, even if you watch the other games, like, every shift, Tom Wilson isn't shot out of a cannon, just going like nuts, and like it's.
No, I know,
and like it's people that think that Brady is just going to be this monster every single shift. Like, there's situations that happen that you just don't allow for you to make a hit.
Let me ask you this,
or do something.
I understand it completely, 100%. However, do you think Brady Tkachuk, as you know him to be in the regular season, has been that player in the playoffs, that he has been noticeable this playoff series? I say noticeable in a Brady Tkachuk fashion.
Well, I gave you the example there in front of the net, launching the guy.
Right, but we're 4 games into this, and I wouldn't say, like, remember all the chatter before the start of the series of playoff Brady is going to be something else.
Yeah.
And I understand the injury. I'm just saying we haven't seen what we all expected or hoped we would get from Brady.
I would say we've seen moments. And not, to be honest, not what we were expecting. But I think the expectation was, as I said, it just doesn't happen every single shift for anybody where you're going crazy and you're just ravaging everybody out there and taking guys, because you got to give Toronto some credit with how they're playing. Like, their D, if you watch their D, they don't spend a lot of time. Like, once they get it, it's boom, boom, and out of the zone. So you got to be, number one, if you do dump the puck in, you got to put it into a spot where you can get a forecheck. Yeah. And they've done a nice job of getting it out quickly and not allowing Ottawa to forecheck. And again, they don't engage after the whistle. Like, I know. They've been told, like, how many times, and when you do engage, they're flipping their head back all the time, trying to draw penalties, because they make their living on the power play. Toronto will just wait and play boring hockey, 5-on-5, and then wait for their looks on the power play. They'll usually score, and they play really good. Like, it's incredible how Berube has changed the whole makeup of this team. Like, watch Austin Matthews play. He's playing like a defensive centerman. Like, he's on top of pucks. He's back checking. He's breaking up plays. I've been impressed with it. I know people don't want to hear it, but he's played very well defensively. So they make it tough. They watch how much Toronto picks too. Like when you go in on the forecheck, they're getting away with a ton of interference. So when you try to get on the forecheck, they're picking you, they're hooking you, and that's the playoffs. You're getting away with that. So they obstruct a lot. Watch next game how much they do that. It's incredible. They never used to do that, but that's how these guys are coached now. It's slow it down, try and get Brady Tkachuk away from forechecking. So yeah, has he been the normal Brady? No, but I still think, all things considering, I think he's still been pretty good.
Yes, but I believe I prefaced it by saying we were expecting playoff.
Yes.
Hoping for playoff Brady. He's fine, and I'm glad he plays for the Ottawa Senators. I was hoping he would be more of a dominant force where he was 3 goals into the series already, type of thing. Anyway, we will get to.
I get you.
Yeah, so we will get to our picks for tomorrow. The Dogs are back. We will break down as going into Game 5 and see what we come up with and who will be victorious as we maybe come back for Game 6. We'll find out.
We got a guarantee. Graeme said it's guaranteed.
Even when Brady came out right at the end of the last game for the Stars, he was pointing at home ice. He was telling the fans, "We'll be back. We're coming back."
Who's driving tomorrow? Because you guys are going. Who's taking the wheel? Are you going in Wally's Escape or Graeme? You got a pickup, don't you?
I think he's rented like a Tesla, like a self-driving Tesla, so he can work on his laptop the entire time.
Yeah. How are you gonna work if you got to drive?
I know. I'm a little concerned. We're gonna do it. That's why we're doing a show at 9, and then we're gonna head down to Toronto.
Coffee stop in Perth. You're gonna stop in Highway 7, right? You're going Highway 7.
Oh, I have to because Graeme lives 20 minutes past.
Absolutely do not have to do that. You could backdoor it to like through like North Augusta and come out like Brockville or something. You could do that.
Highway 7's wonderful. It's a great drive.
It is not. It is her anyway. Yeah. And that was the first thing I thought of, and I was like, okay, I'll come get you. And I'm like, wait a sec. I'm not going to come all the way back to take the 416 down. So
I got to go to London, Ontario Friday, and I'm already telling you, I'm taking Highway 7 as long as I can.
Stupid.
So
Jenny,
so lovely.
The 7 takes forever.
It's majestic.
I will take it in honor of Brady, hoping he has a dominant Game 5.
There you go. Highway 7 symbolism. Brady has a night for you, Wally. And we're back here, and you're buying beers at the Royal Oak. Let's go.
Wally hating on Highway 7 now. Hard to impress this man. The 7 is a nicer route, more scenic. Okay. So Allie is probably 85 years old.
Wally, come on.
I don't want scenic. I want to get there.
Get by, you take a nice drive by Silver Lake there, slow down, check it out. Then you come up to it's just beautiful. Some nice towns, lots of Tim Hortons on the way, and you avoid all the 18 wheelers on the 401, Wally.
No, I don't mind the 18 wheelers. You just go right by them. Beep beep.
Yeah. You were impressed with my driving though, weren't you? You can tell me.
Yeah.
I'm an excellent driver.
Yeah, but I thought where you left the car was going to get towed when we got to the hotel, but luckily it didn't. Thank God.
Oh yeah,
park here.
Okay. I wasn't happy with that valet guy, by the way. Like I was like,
why? What happened?
Well, they kept bugging me for a review. The hotel, like, send a review. I'm like,
oh yeah,
all right. I'm like, all right. Your valet guy was lazy. Like, should have came and got the car.
Nice.
Well, he was. You got to call a spade a spade.
I'm not sure what Graeme is referring to, but he's like, easy, Horowitz. How about your driving?
Gary Horowitz puts the pat on the back.
Love
Yorkie's good at finding seams, though. I'll say, like, Yorkie's very good at finding seams, anticipating how it's gonna, and he navigates it well. He finds
his car's not comfortable to work in, though. It's not a very good mobile office.
What are you talking about? It's way better than Kyle's. Like, Kyle's a great sled, but you were crammed back in Kyle's.
Well, it's because you wouldn't move the seat up.
I got long legs.
It's like, hey, Yorkie, I can't open my laptop. And you're like, okay, let me move it like 3 centimeters.
Oh, he's in
the room now.
Checking away on his computer. I got to get this graphic done for the show.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Wally's right. Shitty pants on Highway 7. Too many nuts passing on 2-lane highway. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, What's the over under for coffee stops, Graeme? We could do Perth. You stop at Perth for one.
What?
I think the question is when he comes to pick me up at my house, will there be a coffee in the truck already?
Wow, that's what good guys do. They're come prepared. They would have coffees. Well, that's how I roll.
You didn't have a coffee for me.
Kyle had coffees for us.
You didn't. You drove. You didn't bring coffee.
Well, it was Kyle and I initially, and we had a wonderful day planned down Highway 7. We were going to stop at the equator. Then you decided to come, which was great. And then Kyle got coffees for all three of us.
Yeah, wonderful. But when we went to Toronto, you didn't purchase anything. In fact, Graeme brought Powerades. Why are we still on this conversation? I'm sorry.
Love the
Let's
chit
get out of
chat.
here. Let's get out of here. We got stuff to do here.
Go get the dogs ready for tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. I will tell you the winner of the shirt tomorrow. We might even give something else. Excuse me. Might even give something else away. We'll see.
Nice.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, everybody.
Take care.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.